This podcast is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Isaiah, what do you think about your spring so far? And also, looks like you put on some weight, did some good work in the off season.
I've been not really trying to put on weight, but, just get stronger. I like the weight that I'm at right now, but, just getting stronger while getting faster also. And, I'm happy with what I'm doing so far, but, I still want to do better.
Think about your role so far, what you've been able to do with, I guess, getting a little more action this spring, working some at outside, working inside, just kind of moving you around a lot.
I've been happy with this spring overall. I feel like I've grown a lot from last year up to now. And just our coaches, since we have a young room, they're going and putting us in harder roles that we need to go and be in, which is good for us because it tests us and makes us have to grow up faster. And they just go and trust us because we're always in there every day, learning the playbook, doing as many things as we can do. So it just shows that they have trust in us and that we're pushing ourselves to be the best.
Yeah. Carson, can you speak to maybe the youth in the linebacking core and maybe what your expectations are for this year?
Really in the linebacker room, none of us really look at our age. We all are young, but really Sori's our old guy in the room. But I think we see the opportunity that we have in front of us, and we're just trying to get better each and every day, take as many reps, as good reps as we can in practice, making every rep like a game rep. And then again, like I was saying, just coming up here on our off days, getting in the playbook, watching extra film, doing little things like that so that we don't look like young guys on the field because we don't feel like we're young guys and we're going to be put on the roles for our team to where our age doesn't really matter.
Isaiah, what is it about offense that appeals to you and how they want to use you and the rest of the guys?
I feel like speed is a big thing in his offense, and, that's one of my strong suits. And this is my fourth OC since I've been to Arkansas, so I'm really liking what Bobby has, and I feel like, man, he's living up to the hype.
Last spring, and then it maybe didn't come to fruition during the season. Just what areas of your game have you focused on to make sure that doesn't happen again this year?
A big thing for me was obviously I had a good spring ball last year, and then fall camp things didn't go how I wanted it to, and so then I got put on the scout team in the off season or during fall, and I feel like over that time, at first I was kind of mad about it, but then I use it as a growth opportunity to work on the techniques with my hands or certain things with my tackling form that I need to work on, and it helped me just focus on those sorts of things. I just feel like from then to now, I feel like with the playbook, I've really been learning that playbook a lot better and just working on those things that I had the opportunity to work on last season and in the off season up to this year, just working on being more physical and better with my hands.
Isaiah, how do you feel like your connection is with Taylor and just what's it like been, getting to work with him?
I really like him. I like what he has to bring to the table. He has a strong arm, and he likes to go deep, so I can't complain about that.
Ronnie Fouch as well. What's it been like working with him, another wide receiver coach that you're working with?
I haven't known him for long, but, that's my guy. I really like him, and, I'm always socializing with him, and we're talking ball, but, we're talking just personal lives too, so you don't always get that with the coach, but, I really like him, and I like what he has to bring.
I ask you, Isaiah, as well, what is it about Jalen Braxton that just seems like he's always in the right place at the right time to make a good play?
He's a very good player. I really like Braxton. I like his game. He's the speed guy. He's one of the fastest on the team, but he's a patient DB. He'll strike you, but I don't know. He's just patient. He's waiting to see what route you're running, and he anticipates very well. So I love his game.
Isaiah, you're taking more reps at a punt return and kickoff return. What are some things you're improving on since last year, since you were taking over that role?
That was my first time really going the whole year being the punt and kick returner. In high school, they didn't really kick me the ball. And, I'm just very fortunate for Coach Fountain. He gave me an opportunity last year. And, I got to just show a little bit of what I can do. And, I'm feeling more comfortable every day, catching the ball, catching the punts in the wind and stuff. And, I feel like this is going to be a great year in the return game.
Yeah, Isaiah, when did you move to Arkansas? How old were you?
I was 15 or 16.
15, 16. So you probably didn't watch a lot of Bobby Petrino back when you were like 10 years old and stuff.
No,
Has he showed you any of like Jarius Wright and Joe Adams? I know he shows the quarterbacks like some Ryan Mallett stuff from when he was back here. Has he showed you any of that and talked to you about, the success those guys had in the offense?
Yeah, we watch him about every day.
He talked to you about, any of the things that you can do that maybe some of those guys did? Similar type build and speed and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, a little bit, but he really just lets me, kind of do me, kind of play my game. I don't really like to compare myself to other people. Like, I like to watch other people, but I don't really like to compare, because I feel like nobody really plays like me.
Yeah, Carson, what do you think about the defense? I mean, the defense last year took a big step forward before you were here from the year before. What do you guys think about the progress that you made right now overall as a unit?
I feel like a lot of it is, I feel like since last year, we've improved already from last fall. And I feel like a lot of it too is our coaches are helping us go and slow it down in the film room. And then on top of it, I mean, every day there's guys going and coming up here to watch film, whether it's with their coach, it's with their group. I feel like everybody's really buying in because no one wants to go out the way that we did last season. So everyone, I feel like, has a sense of urgency and pride to be able to be our best as a group, because we really needed everybody, and we just don't want to be in the same spot we were in last year.
Isaiah, I don't know where you were, but Augusta had a good day, a couple of really long runs. What'd you make of his day today?
People like to talk a lot about age and stuff, but I don't really think any of that matters. I mean, we've all grown up playing football our whole lives, and you can just see he's a younger guy, but last year you got to see what he can do at the end of the year. And I mean, this year he's going to have a great year. He's one of our best backs. And, I love his game. I love what he has to bring to the table. And he's just sheds tackles. He's not the fastest guy, but he just always seems to, break big runs.
On today, I think the defense probably held on the move the ball part and maybe won the day, so to speak. What'd you just think about today's performance?
I feel like the defense today got a good job of getting the ball out. We had a few fumbles that we picked up, and then we had a good amount of PBUs and picks too. I just feel like we've been really urgent on tackling and getting the ball out as many times as we can. And I feel like as a group we did better at tackling today, and then we did a great job by getting the ball out to give our offense a chance of getting the ball back in a game.
Isaiah, are you still planning on running track at all?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to.
Spring ball's over. Kind of what's that look like?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to as soon as spring ball's over.
Gotcha. And Carson, it's not just your second year in the defense, but the defense as a whole, and Coach Williams and everything. Just, is there more comfort with the defense, and like, are y'all expanding what y'all can do now this year?
I feel like our coaches are doing a really good job at slowing it down for us. But then on top of that, I feel like we really have a bunch of the same calls that we had last year, but a lot of us have already been through the system once, which makes it easier for us. But then we're putting things in families and categories too, so that whenever we know what call, we can think of that certain category and differentiate all the plays from each other.
Isaiah, we saw them run the screen a couple times for you just this year. How do you kind of envision that, I guess, playing into the offense?
I was kind of upset with myself. I feel like I could have broke that first one. Cam Ball had barely got me. I'm gonna go back, watch the film, see what I can do better, and in the future I got to break those.
What are the differences between Travis Williams' defense last year and this year?
It's a lot of the same stuff. It's a lot of one high stuff, and we don't really worry about what they do as much as what we're trying to do.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.